With a last name like Fitzpatrick, it's pretty easy to assume I am of Irish descent. But very few realize that I come from a heavily dominated Mexican upbringing thanks to my mom's side of the family. Every Christmas Eve, upon generations of generations on my mom's side of the family, has been a day dedicated to making tamales. Tamales are a Mexican dish consisting of cooked masa that is packed with one's preference. In my family, it's generally pork tamales and chili cheese tamales with occasional sweet ones here and there. All food has a story behind it, and as is the case with the tamales my family makes every Christmas Eve. Tamale making gives my family the chance to come together and strengthen the bonds that we hold true to this day. It might not be everybody in my family, but even when it's just my mom, my sister, and my uncles and aunts from time to time, it's a great opportunity to get back. It might seem like a chore, but it's a fun process to thick and through. Now let me give you the rundown of the annual Christmas Eve in the Fitzpatrick household. First, a lot of tedious prep work needs to go into making tamales. A week beforehand, the meat must be purchased and deboned to calculate the amount of pounds needed to buy the amount of masa. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, and that is why it is needed. All my family will come the morning of Christmas Eve, primed and ready to make some tamales. With so much effort into the prep work, there's much more necessary to actually cook the tamales. But with so much work, there's also time to just hang out. The masa is thoroughly tested by my mother until it is just seasoned correctly, while my sister and I are responsible for spreading the masa on corn husks and then giving them to my mom, where she then packs it with the pork and puts them in a tamale part where they are set and ready to cook. That process can take a long time and it tends to drag on, but with the occasional drink here and there and the Christmas movie on the TV, time goes by pretty fast. With all the cooking done, all that's left is to just wait and then enjoy the food. Cooking could take a long, long time, and it could take just over 6 hours. But when it's all said and done, we make about 60 to 72 total tamales, which is a lot, and it could last basically the entire year. So we tend to give a lot to our extended family and friends. With so much told to you in such a short amount of time, I hope to have left behind something for all of you to reflect on. There's nothing better than a family coming together for a common purpose. Every family dynamic is different, and maybe some of you in the audience have similar family traditions that encompass the same goal. Without the annual tamale making in my family, I don't know if we would be the same, or we would get along the same way. I do know one thing for sure. I hope to continue this tradition whenever I get to start a family of my own, and hope everyone here will cherish something similar in their own family.